just here arranging myself, putting away a very cool giveaway that we have later. But hello and welcome to another Girls on Games podcast. This is episode number 36 and a special one that we have here for you today. First off, I want to let you know who I've got on the panel. Of course, as always, Miss Catherine Smith debuting. How are you doing, my dear?
I am super tired. My feet hurt, but I'm good.
And we're all still really warm because we can't get away from the heat.
Shit.
It's summer in September. Catherine, Ashley, that's a wonderful t-shirt you have on.
I know. Thank you. Thank you. Especially this Fan Expo one.
Yeah, Allie's got the same one on too because we were loving some Assassin's Creed at Fan Expo. How you doing there, Allie?
Very good.
Very good. Has everybody gotten like a full amount of sleep, like a normal?
No.
No, still not.
I woke up at 6 again today.
Why?
Okay, no, I woke up at 10:30.
Okay.
My body's still like, convention time.
Yeah, to let y'all know, we were just at Fan Expo. Not like you didn't know, because we bombarded your Twitter feeds. Sounds right. So yes, today we have our wonderful Fan Expo Roundup, and we want to share with you all the cool stuff that we got to play, see, and do at Fan Expo in Toronto this past weekend. We got back last night, so we're fresh from all the con exploration, funness, figuring out Toronto, getting on the train, all that jazz. So, first off, right off the bat, we want to thank Ubisoft for sending us. It was so nice of them to do so, and pretty much the only way we were going to get there. So yeah, we got to go and hang out and play everything that they had that's coming up this fall or in the near future, because the Division's not coming in this fall yet. But we got to try out all the demos and experience all the fun that they had at Fan Expo. And then we also got to tour around the con, because Xbox was there, PlayStation was there. We saw Disney Infinity, we saw Lego Dimensions, there was some Mad Max stuff from WB, there was also EB Games. Geez, guys, there was so much gear for us to play. It was amazing.
Yeah, just the PlayStation booth alone had like Morpheus, Guitar Hero Live, and Star Wars Battlefront. That was just like one booth, and I was like, but I only have 4 days.
Exactly. So many games to be had, including Star Wars Battlefront. So, let's get it all started. We're going to cover the big one, the Ubisoft one, because that's the one we got the most hands-on time with. And I have to say that officially, just by the number of times we played, Rainbow Six Siege wins for our game of show from the Ubisoft friends. Man, that game is good. Allie, thoughts? I know you, every time I turned to you, you were like, can we go back to the Rainbow Six Siege?
Yeah, I even tweeted out, I'm like, they're gonna have to pry me away from this booth at the end of Fan Expo. I had so much fun, and it was from a game that I wasn't expecting to enjoy, and I don't know, it caught me so off guard, and I just wanted to keep playing it, and I was like getting really into it. When we lost our last game, and I like had thundercloud face, I was just like, I was so grumps. But no, it's a great game. It's guys, I can't wait for that beta to start. I can't wait.
Speaking of that beta, if you are in chat and you do not have a beta code, holler at me. Direct message my account there. It's GOGLEA, and I will give you a beta code. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you can play with us. That's going to be tons of fun.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Kat, Ashley, you and I made a video all about our experience, because you got to play the demo along with Allie at Montreal Comic Con. It was a little different demo than what we had here. I know we made a video on that, and you guys can go check that out. But let's reiterate, what did you find different?
Well, like I said, it wasn't necessarily anything I found different. The gameplay was pretty much the same, but the main difference was obviously that we played against robo enemies rather than other players. So that made a huge difference skill-wise. We didn't get our asses handed to us.
Well, the last time we did.
No, last time was a joke. I don't know what the hell happened.
I know exactly what happened.
Let's not talk about it.
I know exactly what happened.
It's gonna make me grumps.
The diffuser got stuck in the chain link fence barbed wire, and I couldn't get it out. And then they bombarded us, and that's how. That's
gonna be a really fun game to play, like as a team. And I don't like team objective games. I usually only do like Slayer or team deathmatch. So for me, it's a surprise as well that I enjoyed it as much. I actually enjoyed it better than the Division.
We definitely have figured out like our team strategy. We've got Kat and Allie that go in like balls to the wall, blazing. Cat
Mhm.
SD,
The
Steph and I were
toast.
like making sure that we got the back covered, and then I was handling defusing the bomb, except for the last time where that didn't pan out very well. Um, so yeah, you're gonna have to all stay tuned for when the beta hits, because we're gonna be
Oh
streaming the
yes.
shit out of that.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Barking orders and all.
Barking orders,
Fun.
yeah. It'll be really interesting to hear us yell at each other.
Mhm.
It's when I
So
get really quiet that you have to worry.
yeah, that she's mad
Yeah,
at all
that's
of us.
my.
How to ruin friendships, video games,
Yeah.
friendships,
The end of
honestly.
GOG. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
exactly.
Ubisoft.
Not yet, not yet. We're not there quite yet.
Yeah.
Kath,
Listen,
yeah,
if
go ahead.
this friendship can survive a blue shell, it can survive Rainbow Six Siege. That's all I have to say.
True, that's true.
Too true.
We have done that before. Catherine, we also got to play Just Dance, which is actually a really silly video that y'all have to go check out on YouTube of all of us playing Just Dance. How did you feel about Just Dance 2016?
Well, I think Just Dance is pretty much there's no big innovation really because it's very dependent on motion capture, so it's very dependent on the consoles it's on.
Mm-hmm.
So, when the Xbox One got the new Kinect, then their shit got better, but other than that, it's going to be like really like new songs and the rest is going to be the same. But I never get bored of Just Dance, honestly. The new game looked just as good as the old one, and the song choices are amazing. The ones we saw was like we had Uptown Funk,
Mm-hmm.
we had the Leak Spin song, like that polka folk that
Mm-hmm.
Ali had to dance to. So
That
go
was my
check that.
punishment. My punishment dance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for bailing halfway through All About That Bass.
That was unfucking cool. Seriously,
But you
man.
got
I
to
gave you
dance
another
with
partner.
Jay.
Yeah, I got to dance with a good dancer. No offense, Allie. We were both mediocre and sucky, so. And
Yeah,
I got to dance as a super dancer. I was a
I
lot
know
pissed about that.
Jay plays a lot of basketball and he's very light on his feet and he just owns the dance floor.
He
It's
does.
crazy. And like I have no rhythm. I have no beat and I have no rhythm and it's just like I love Just Dance still, but I will never be that pro dancer. I'm never gonna win that trip to Paris like our friends from the Gamer Zone.
Oh
I
no, no
should do
way.
that next year. I should train. We should
You
make it a thing.
should.
Yeah,
You
I'll
should.
train. I'll train for that next year. It'll be hilarious. Yeah, we did Animals. I love that song. It's so good. But there's
Yeah.
like this breakdown moment and like where you're just like dancing like crazy hip hop stuff and yeah, it's just legs and arms flailing everywhere and I do kind of look like Elaine Paul. I understand. I did kind of look like Elaine, but it's what the song called for, okay? I have no shame either when it comes to dancing. I don't care. We also
I
got to
have
play
shame.
what? You have shame?
I have shame.
Okay.
When I'm
Good.
dancing.
At least one of us
Aw.
does. All right, we got to play Assassin's Creed Syndicate as well. Catherine, you went on demo for that. We got that video up on the site too. What did you think? We got to play ZV Fry.
Yeah, yeah, and honestly, I see like we had an interview with one of the mission director, Hugo, and I see what he means when Evie like is competent in combat, but is not the most combatant of the two. Like I felt like it was like when you start off in Unity and you didn't get all your boosts and all your good armor, and if you have like more than three enemies at once, you are royally fucked. Like you're spamming smoke bombs, you're trying to like get out of the way. It was just like at the end of the mission, I completely fucked up. They saw me and I got overrun and I almost died there or I almost ran away.
Mm.
I really see how it is and it was much easier to sneak around, so really I shouldn't have broken my sneak or I should have like paid more attention. But it's easy like 2020. The hindsight vision is always 2020. Plus I was like on the show floor. There was other like YouTubers and bloggers around that were waiting for like the console we were using so that they could capture their footage and you feel a bit self-conscious and then you don't see a guard and boom, you have 20 guys on you and you're not equipped to take that.
Mm.
But yeah, the gameplay feels a lot like Unity. It's like I think this is going to be Unity 2.0 and it's not a bad thing. Like I don't Unity was a great game with the great innovation, but I think this one is going to be it's their second one on the new consoles, on the next gen console. I think this one's going to be refined, polished, and it's going to be a better experience out the gate compared to Unity. I'm expecting less bugs,
Mhm.
honestly, because they've figured out like the faceless eyes and mouth that they figured out the graphics driver for that and everything. So I want a better game. And you're laughing at
I'm
the
laughing
image of
at
that.
no, I'm laughing at Simo who wrote in quotes, "You have 20 guys on you."
Uh, yeah,
Dear.
you had to go there.
Yeah, sorry, it had to happen. Oh my. Also at the Xbox booth was The Division, which was actually a game that was really like hard to get any capture of. They wouldn't let us even take a picture back there. They were being difficult. But that's okay, you know, you want to keep it under wraps, keep some stuff secret. Kat A and Allie went and tried
Yeah.
it out. Ladies, how did you feel?
At first, I kind of found it lacking. But then as I sat there and I thought about it more, it really wasn't. It was just I really have a problem with objective-based multiplayer games. Like, right away when I know that there's an objective and there's not just me killing people, I'm like, ugh, don't like this. But no, it's pretty good. The environment was really gorgeous. And I think that the idea of the Dark Zone, which is their multiplayer, is pretty brilliant, actually. Like the whole idea that you go into quarantine zones where you have to either work as a team or battle it out with other people was really interesting. Because in the multiplayer, you don't necessarily have to kill enemy teams. You can actually work together and each complete their own objective. But of course, nobody told us that, and we ended up killing everybody. And we used to go rogue every single time. And going rogue, it means like you have like a sort of marker on you, and everyone wants to kill you. So, but it was fun. It was all right, and it was kind of like Gears of War because you have to crouch a lot and shit. So.
Yeah, you had to take cover a lot. There was a
Yes.
lot of crouching. There was a lot of trying to button mash your way out of getting behind a crate. It was I don't know. I found the controls a little bit wonky.
Yeah, I
that was
ended
just
up
me though.
crouching a lot playing Siege. Did you
Yeah,
guys?
Well, yeah, you have to,
Oh.
yeah, because like Siege it's completely tactics based, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, you're not going to survive if you just stay at eye level and run around. But
No,
yeah, go ahead.
That part. No, I'm just gonna say the Division is different about that part, and I had just finished playing Gears, so for me the whole crouch and vaulting thing was really natural. I've just got off from playing, Gears of War, so.
Yeah, they're very different. I mean, they're both Tom Clancy games, and I think that may be throwing people off a little bit. They're like, ooh, like two so soon, but they're so different.
Well, one's supposed to be an RPG, so mind you, we didn't get to see that part.
Tom Clancy, when you you put it in that context, Tom Clancy is the author who wrote books that are in that stylized manner. It doesn't really, and the games follow loosely stuff. It's all about war, yeah, and different types of tactics. But
no, but I mean, people are used to the series delivering a certain thing, right?
Yes,
and
exactly.
So I think people were kind of worried that they were going to get the same experience, but it's so totally different.
It's like ones like Ghost Recon and stuff where it's like super sneaky tack, and that these ones where it's like team based, object based, that kind of stuff that changes up a bit. And yeah, like you said, they're both very different games, and we are getting them at different times too. So I know no, hold up. Rainbow Six Siege is coming out December 1st. Yes, that got delayed a little bit, but that's okay because there's so many games to play. But the Division's not coming out to maybe February or March or something like that.
March.
Yeah, March. Yes. So we've got a bit of time in between, so you'll get your feel on for one type of battle, and then the next one's coming a little later.
The best way to like compare the Division to Destiny, it's going to be a sort of Destiny style game, online with other players, the same type of concept. So
until you can attack people who used to be on your team, you don't do that. I haven't seen that in any other game.
No.
Well,
that's actually a really fun part too. The rogue aspect of it. It's cool.
Very, very interesting. So yeah, thank you once again, Ubisoft. It was an amazing experience. We got hands-on with their games. We made some awesome content. Got to check out did a great unboxing with a Ezio course figurine that's a limited edition. What else did we do? Oh my god, we did so many things. It's kind of crazy. We interviewed Hugo. All this stuff is up on the site. You should go check it out. Plus, I got a special giveaway here today. Esco Blades from Ubisoft gave us some amazing prints. I'm going to show them all to you here now. Okay? And this is going to be a prize, and you can win it in chat. Just @tag me so that I can, put win at the end, and I will pick randomly a person at the end and mail them to you. So first you have, and these are signed by the artists, a wonderful print of Jacob Fry. Hold on, I'm trying not to beat them up in the process. We've got a print of Evie Fry, and yes, they're signed on the back. And then this one's signed on the front, and this is Jacob and Evie together. So this is a trio of prints, and someone wants to win it. So type at and then put GOG Leanna and put win of some sort in your thing, and I will tally and randomly pick somebody at the win and at the end of the podcast and send this lovely prize to them. It's gonna be a cool one. It's a nice prize to win. See? So cool! 3 prints. Straight from Fan Expo 2015. Yay! So, that was Ubisoft. Let's go around and say what your favorite thing was to play outside of Ubisoft that we got to try at Fan Expo. Kat, SD, let's start with you. What was your favorite thing that you got hands-on with?
Oh, such a hard choice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say Lego Dimensions. Because I did not expect that game to be so different from the other games that have that little play table with little characters. I really enjoyed how you have 3 tiers to the little base, and depending on the mechanics, you're doing a boss battle, it freezes one side of the characters, and then those characters are locked, and then you have to move your characters around on the base to unlock something in the game. It was actually very interactive, not just like in game, but also with the board itself. And yeah, and I just love the mix of characters, all the Easter eggs, all the jokes. Like it's almost like a Wreck-It Ralph, but in a game. I was thoroughly impressed because I really expected it to be like Disney Infinity or Skylander or whatever with a different skin, but they actually put in extra features and extra work.
I like the crossover like ideas in Lego Dimensions. This is so cool. Like I mean, Scooby-Doo and Doctor Who.
Oh my god, Scooby-Doo was
Like
so funny.
just it looks so cool, and like the portal sets that are coming out, like it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed playing with Shell, and just the fact that to break glass, Homer has to down a cola and burp. So funny.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff. Do you
Thank
remember
you.
the when Scooby-Doo moves, his like movement's not like a normal dog. He kind of flails. And
Yeah.
he can one of the powers he gets, he can get super big or super small in the level that we played. And also he has different actions depending on the car he drives. Yes, Scooby-Doo can drive cars. So on the Mystery Machine, he's like a total boss and like has his head like out the sunroof and everything is driving around like crazy. On the Batmobile, he is a scaredy cat and actually has his paws over his eyes. So it's super cute and he's shaking too. It's really, really cute. So yeah, I think I'll be playing a lot with Scooby-Doo. But you do actually need to switch between the characters that you have because they all have different powers, and depending on which puzzle you have to solve, you're frequently having to switch between different characters.
Yeah, it's like a classic Lego game, but like times 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Catherine Ashley, what was
My
your
favorite
favorite
games.
thing?
I had a few, but
We can go through them all. Go for it.
okay. Oh, one shot. Guitar Hero, because
Oh my
I
god,
love
yes.
Guitar Hero. It was so much fun, and I'm like, I still suck at it, but whatever. Battleborn and Halo 5, obviously.
Yeah.
But the two that I beat was really Halo 5 and Battleborn that were really fucking sick. Like, it was really cool about Battleborn is the fact that, like, it's done by Gearbox, right? So you felt the Borderlands in it, which I love Borderlands. It's one of my favorite series ever, video games. And it's smooth like it, the shooting style is the same. But this one has 25 new characters, so there's a bunch of type of characters you can choose from. And there's melee characters, so it's not all just guns and shit. So that was really cool. Ali played with a crossbow dude, or lady, I can't remember which. I played a guy with a handgun that kind of looked like the guns from Halo 4, so I like that. And Halo 5, it was a new, because we didn't play Team Slayer, we played Warzone, which is the new iteration of Big Team Battle, which I found actually even better than Big Team Battle. I normally don't like Big Team Battle, because normally it's just Team Slayer, but times 10. This time was actually objective-based, so surprise, surprise, I liked it better. Yeah, those were my top favorite.
Yeah, I counted in the room where you guys were playing, there was 24 people playing at the same time.
No, it was humongous. Like we were all playing against each other. No, it was unbelievable, but it was good. It was smooth. The guns were great. The feeling was great. And another thing I noticed was that there's these, and I only noticed this on my second playthrough, was there was like stands, like littered around the level or the map, I should say, that you can go up to and you could change your loadout. So you can get energy swords, you can get DMRs, you can get like big guns. You can get I think there was rocket launchers and shit. One-time usage only, but still you can get those off the bat rather than having to search the map. I hope that that's not brought over to regular Team Slayer because I feel that would ruin Halo 5's core like competitiveness.
Yeah, it'd be too OP.
Yeah,
Way
so
too OP.
if that just stays to Warzone on that element, it's going to be great. But for Team Slayer, if it stays what I played back in December or January, I can't remember when, but it's going to be like game of the year for me. Obviously.
Yeah. Wow.
But yes.
Very nice.
We saw that coming, right?
I know. What a surprise. Catherine going to pick Halo 5 as game of the year.
It's not even out yet. Not even out. Allie, how about you? What were you most excited about playing and ended up being your, game of show?
Okay, well, we already know my love for Siege.
Mm-hmm.
And that was already predetermined at like Montreal Comic-Con. So we knew that. That was good. But Battleborn. Like I walked into Battleborn having no expectations, and I walked out of Battleborn going, I think this might be my game of the year pick. And that was based off of a short, I guess it was about 20, 25 minutes, Cat, that we played. Yeah.
It was like a 3-hour wait. Minutes. Sorry, my mic was muted. But yeah, about 3-hour wait for that 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah, 20, 25 minute demo, and it was fantastic, honestly. Yeah. Like Kat said, obviously you can feel the Borderlands, which is not bad because run and gun in that game is perfect. They've perfected that. But I also, the style reminded me a lot of like a first-person WildStar, which was a setting I really enjoyed and a design I really enjoyed. But that game is really fun, guys. It's going to be an awesome game to play with your friends. They have this really neat, kind of like it's a skill tree, but it's a simplified skill tree. So as you level, you're not kind of bogged down in choosing your skills. You have one option, left or right, and you pick it and you just keep going. And it was very fast-paced. It was very intuitive, too. Like, there wasn't much preamble. We were kind of just dropped into it, and we were playing as strangers, just Kat and I knew each other, and we had 2 other people on our team, but we all knew exactly what we needed to do, and we all did it. And it was smooth right off the bat, and I really appreciated that. It wasn't like, you weren't like jumbling around and trying to figure things out. It flowed. So yeah, Battleborn, for sure.
One thing that I really liked about Battleborn is kind of like in the sea of the dark and dreary. It's like hyper bright. I mean, you've got Siege and you've got the Division, which are really dark. Halo is kind of like floating in between because it has bright moments. Because certain things are bright. Like there's an overabundance of purple in that game. But then Battleborn is like candy. You know what I mean?
It is. Well, that's
aesthetically, it's gorgeous.
That's what I'm saying. Like it has the that WildStar aesthetic where they've perfectly merged the sci-fi and the fantasy. And it worked really well, and it's a nice change of pace from a lot of the palettes that we're seeing in games nowadays. Not that they're bad, but it's nice to like wreck somebody's face and have it be like pretty outside.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So me myself, I've got 2 outside of the Ubisoft stuff that I played, and one of them really caught me off guard. I got to play Project Morpheus. And Kat and I went there at the same time to the PlayStation booth. They had set up 4 different demos. They were all different gameplays that you could do. And the one that I played was called London Heist. And now I tried Oculus at Game On, and I enjoyed it. I could see the banding. I felt, like the vertigo, that kind of thing, because it was like a roller coaster ride. It wasn't a game. It was like a sit and experience sort of deal. This one, London Heist, essentially you're sitting in a car next to a dude that kind of sounds like some, he's bald-headed gangster dude with an accent, and then all you got are your hands, and you look around the scene, and you can see the highway, you can see the road, you can see the buildings, you see to your right is a bag of mags, You see the dash of the car. You see the guy, and he just says, you know, like we're coming up on a gunfight. He tosses you a gun. You have the PlayStation Move, one in each hand. And essentially, the move you're holding it is your hands. You hit the trigger, you can pick something up. You hit the trigger, you can shoot the gun. He tosses you the gun, it's on the dashboard, you grab it. It is the most natural feeling ever to play a video game that way. And people know I am not a shooter fan. If this is the way shooters are going to turn out in virtual reality, you've got me sold. Because this was the most natural thing I have ever played. So grab the gun, pick it up, start shooting at the big vans and cars and motorcycle dudes coming at you shooting, and then you got to reload. The mags are right next to you. So use the other one, the other minute, the other move minute, pick it up, clicking the trigger, toss it in your gun. It was so smooth. And you get to the point where you're like, I'm right-handed, so I started shooting, and this action became awkward. Toss the gun over to the other hand so naturally and started just, you know, shooting everything and throwing mags in there. It was so awesome. I was so into it. And you're like, even you're so involved that you're like looking and trying to look around behind you into out the window and everything. It's unbelievable. I couldn't get it. No banding, did not get a headache, did not get vertigo. I was totally impressed. Totally sold. Now, Kat, you played a different demo. Do you want to talk about that one?
Yeah, when I first tried Oculus, it wasn't at Game On for me. It was at MIGS, the Montreal International Game Summit, which is an industry event. And I played a platformer that you hovered like as if I was in a helicopter, and I always kind of saw my bottom, like my character from up top in almost a three-quarter view. It was weird, and that gave me vertigo like crazy. What I played at Morpheus at Fan Expo, I was a dragon, and basically I was controlling the dragon. So I had to like with my head, I had to knock over buildings to try and attack the little characters that were running away from me. Another person, the person that was in line behind me with control was player 2, and the PlayStation attendee was player 1. So it was almost like the new Mario Party sort of deal. It was me against the board, me against the rest of the players. So, and then after that, we get to the end, and they throw objects at me, and I have to avoid them, and they try to kill me. So, like, when the game starts, I'm underwater, and he said, turn around. So I turn around completely, and I could, on the back, like from the side of my eye here, I could catch my tail. It was really freaky. And then, you know, I'm chasing the little character dudes. There's like helicopters trying to shoot me down, so I gotta bump them with my head. So they're there with like with controllers just looking like they're trying a game. I'm sitting with like the giant thing going like this, just bobbing and bobbing. But like I had the biggest smile on my face because it was so crazy good. And even with all the bobbing, I would think like, you know, you need to avoid thing. And I say if I move my head a lot, it'll give me vertigo. It didn't. And then at the end, when they win, they shoot me with a giant laser, and then they shoot the dragon into the space. So like while I was flying, if I looked down at my body, instead of seeing like from here, like instead of seeing my dress, I would see a giant lizard body. It was so freaky. It looked exactly like it was in the right place and everything. I was just, it blew my mind how much Morpheus is not a prototype anymore. It's very close, ready to launch. Oculus feels like a prototype. Like you feel like you have a developer kit on, you see it's prototype-ish experience. Morpheus, like I could leave with that and play at home now.
I think that's what sold me on it is that, and that's it. I wanted it now. I wanted to play the demo again. I wanted to play every shooter. I can only imagine what it would be like to play Halo, to play Siege, to play something where you're that into the game.
Yeah, you're not gonna play Halo on
Well,
Morpheus.
you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like a shooter like that style. I couldn't come up in the top of my head of a PlayStation title that was like a strict PlayStation title that was a shooter. But
I
yeah,
don't think they have one.
not really, eh?
They get the battlefields of this world.
Killzone. Yeah,
Killzone.
Killzone. There you go. Call of Duties, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I can't wait. I can only imagine what it's gonna be like. And then after playing that on the Friday, so that was on Thursday. On Sunday, got to go try Guitar Hero live, and that's all shot with cameras, 3D on a stage with real performers, real crowd, that kind of stuff. I can see that being absolutely amazing as well, playing with Project Morpheus and actually told that to the Activision dude. And I was like, you know what? This would be amazing. He was like, I know. It's like, I'm sure it's a little bit more difficult to code something like that. But yeah, it would totally work. Totally work. The other game that I got hands-on with, and Kat, you did too, was Star Wars Battlefront. Now, that's a game that we weren't allowed to take any pictures of or nothing. They were like so strict. But wow. Like the first bit, you're just jaw dropped at the graphics. The graphics are gorgeous and it's very smooth. We were playing as a team, a co-op sort of thing. It was a split screen. So there was dudes playing on their own TV screen, then Kat and I were playing split screen, top bottom, bringing that couch co-op back. And at one point, I actually had a stormtrooper come over and lean on my shoulder while I was playing, and I had to turn to him and apologize that I was shooting his friends or himself because they're clones. But yeah, that game, super stoked for. That's going to be amazing, amazing as well. Runs super, super smooth. Yeah, ladies, I don't know. I don't think there was a demo that I didn't like that I played at Fan Expo. And that's one thing that I really enjoyed about Fan Expo is that they had massive video game coverage.
They did. There is video games everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. The big wigs. There wasn't so much indie content, though we did run into the guys from Montreal who were making
Xiles.
Yes, the Montreal-based zombie game where it takes all the different areas of Montreal and you gotta defend against the zombie outbreak, which looks really, really cool. But yeah, there wasn't much indie to be seen. Did you guys run into anything? Catherine's mic is muted.
I've been talking this entire time. So
Yes.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed, and I'm pretty sure the only reason Xiles was there was because they're a transmedia franchise, so they have their comic books that are related. But yeah, no indies. Kind of sucked. I was hoping to see what the Toronto indie culture was going to be like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would have been kind of cool. We were ready to do 1 minute pitches, and there was nobody there.
Nobody there to scare and get nervous. So
no.
But other than that, the gaming content was so great. I was so pleased. Yeah,
Uncharted Collection was there. I played one of the signature scenes from Uncharted 2, Among Thieves, where you're chased when it starts off when Nathan Drake is chased by the big truck. Yeah, that was really good as well. Redone graphics, using some of the same graphics that they're using in the new games. Yeah, that's going to be awesome as well, so stay tuned for that. I'm trying to think of, geez, there's so much stuff there. It's hard to we were jumping around like crazy people. Cuphead was there. That's freaking hard. Hard.
It's fun.
But ladies, tell the adventure about on Thursday with the backpacks.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Oh, okay, guys. Catherine and I, we had an adventure at the Xbox booth.
We're very proud of this. So
yes, yeah, we're very this is probably going to go on our CVs. Did the thing. Yeah. So when you went to the Xbox booth, there was people everywhere with tablets, which isn't so strange nowadays. But we were like, oh, what's all this about? You could go and sign up and get a bracelet that had an RFID. Is that what they're called? I think it's RFID. Eh? Yeah. It's it was just a little piece of plastic that had Xbox on it, and it was a bracelet. And as you went around trying the different demos and taking surveys and whatnot, they would scan your little RFID and you'd gain points. And then you could trade the points in for items. And we were like, oh my God, they figured out what gamers are about. Mm-hmm. They did a good thing, because honestly, everyone was gunning to get max points, which I believe max was 100, eh?
No, 110.
110? Okay.
Because we didn't do we didn't dress up as cosplay.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you could get 110 points max, but I think the highest thing that you could trade in for was 100 points, which was the backpack that had a bunch of Xbox swag in it, including a mug, a t-shirt, sunglasses, and a $20 Xbox Live gift card.
Which was fucking pimp.
One of the nicest backpacks I've seen as swag too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's high quality.
Yeah, thanks for your laptop. I'm using that for school. Sorry, Fallout bag. That's my new baby now.
Yeah, so Catherine and I spent a good 3 hours, Kat?
Oh, at least 3 hours.
Yeah,
we were going to do that at first, though. Remember, we were supposed to only get the mug.
Yeah.
But then we had 70 points, and the lady was like, okay, listen, if you get 30 more points, you're going to be able to get the backpack that includes everything. And we're like, fuck Yes.
Yeah.
And we just keep going and shit. It was really
Everybody else went back to the hotel, and Catherine and I were still playing games.
sorry.
You guys had already gone through, and then when you guys came home with these things, we freaked out. We were like dumbfounded. We were like, we have to do this tomorrow. And then the tweet came out that there was none left.
No backpack.
Gone the first day.
Yeah, but that's because they were cheating the system, apparently. What people were doing is that if you sign up for the survey multiple times in the same day, it would count them as an extra 10 points because you only can do one thing once to get the points. You can't keep going to the same thing. And they figured out the cheat, which I don't know how, people, anyways.
Someone did it by accident, I'm sure. And
Probably.
they started telling their friends.
But then, no, but they kept going back. Okay, like 10 times. Anyways, they did it.
Cheaters.
And they got all the backpacks. But we got them legitimately. So I'm going to find with pride. And my sunglasses. I'm wearing the sunglasses.
Yeah, so legitimately that Allie and Kat played Forza.
Yes. We played a racing game.
It's very uncomfortable, and people were watching me. I'm like, this is so not me. I'm not in my element. Oh my god, I suck.
Two Xbox guys were like, they kept me company in the line because I must have looked terrified about the prospect of playing a racing game. And so when I finally got up there and they were showing the controls on the screen, I looked at one of them and said, "What's a clutch?" And that was the beginning of the end.
Oh my god.
Let's put it in perspective. He doesn't drive.
Yeah, I don't drive. I don't have a driver's license. So that was pretty hilarious. It was a good time. Like, honestly, Xbox did their booth right.
The layout was great, and we got to see the new Xbox Elite controller, which really got me excited, which I'm going to buy for $169.99, which really hurts to say that out loud, but I will get it eventually.
We couldn't get hands-on with it. It was under glass.
Yeah. And I saw the Halo limited edition Xbox One, which, oh my god, it's so sleek looking. It is really a gorgeous console.
It's
very nice.
Pretty. It's like a gunmetal gray with like
on one side,
blue accents. But they're like teal. I want to say they're actually the color, the blue color behind Allie right now.
Yeah. It's not like a royal blue or anything. No. It's definitely more of a darker teal than this, but definitely a teal.
Half of it was dark blue, though, and half was gray, and then the accents was that color.
But the only thing, if you buy that, then you have to go get the Astro headset, because that was there as well, the Halo headset.
Don't even talk to me about that. It's too
was
expensive.
so beautiful.
I even asked the guy, I'm like, are you guys ever going to drop the price on this? And they're like, no, never. And I was like,
no. Yeah, so you got to be all decked out, all Halo, but yeah. And they had the Forza one there, too, the blue with the racing stripes. So all I really wanted to do was, like, turn it on and hear the revving noise. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure, they're going to do that. My Gears does. My Xbox 360 Gears one does that. It does the sound.
It revs?
Yeah, well, it does the sound from Gears.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, turn on, I can't even do it now with my...
Nice little touches. Nice little...
I know, I like that. I appreciate that.
So, yeah, so much video game content. And then EB Games had an amazing... Like, they had a store there. I think they were one of the title sponsors, or at least they were the sponsors of the video game area in general. And
they were.
Yeah, it was ginormous.
They were the sponsor of the video game area.
That's
why they had the big central booth.
And then as you went through all the different merchandisers and stuff throughout the building, and then the artist alley, you can obviously that video game presence is huge at what is supposed to be a comic book convention. Originally when it started, comic book, anime, horror, and video game. And video game is super huge there in Toronto. But at the same time, after seeing Fan Expo and seeing Montreal, if you're debating between which ones to go to, they do serve two entirely different purposes. Montreal's very, very community driven. Fan Expo seems a lot more corporate. And there are panels and stuff, but you'll notice that there's a lot more video game content when it comes to panels and stuff here in Montreal. And it's probably because it's cheaper on the video game company's part, because a lot of their developers are right here in the city. Yep. So that was our experience. We had 4 days. There's tons of content up on the site. We actually have some cool stuff that we're going to be giving away throughout the next month or so that we picked up, but we'll hold on to that. But a reminder that we have these wonderful prints that Esco Blades gave us from Assassin's Creed Syndicate, all signed by the artist. So once again, you've got the Evie and the Jacob, and then you've got, let me see if I can hold it up, Evie and Jacob single. This trio of pictures is up for grabs. If you could, in Twitch, write at me, I'm GOG Leah, and put win, and I will add you in and randomly pick somebody at the end. I'll holler at you and the winner and mail them out to you so that you can adorn your walls and streaming space with wonderful pictures from Assassin's Creed. Yay! Does anybody have any questions for us about what we did at Fan Expo or any other questions? Because about that time of the night when we do this, we do take questions from the chat. I don't know if you ladies have anything you want to talk about, experiences from at Fan Expo that you want to share that were a little different that we haven't covered yet. Folks?
I was taken aback by the sheer size of the con. I was a Fan Expo virgin, but it's like just the size of where the main floor had room for 2 food courts, a video game section that's as big as the comic book section in Montreal Comic Con, and then a giant vendors alley, and then a giant artist alley, and then all the signings and more vendors were in another building, which I did not dare to enter because it was so packed.
That was hellish.
Oh,
that was hellish.
went.
Because Ron Weasley was there for his first con appearance ever, plus the Weasley twins, plus it was just like sheer manic panic in there, and I just went like, I'm going back to the Ubisoft booth, and I just laid there in a fetal position for 5 minutes as I recovered from that sheer madness. But it was huge.
Yeah.
It was almost too big, and I was like, I feel like 4 days too long for a con. Then I realized why it's 4 days now. It takes 4 days to see everything.
Yeah, I'm not a virgin of that. That's my 4th time going actually to Fan Expo, but this was the first time that they had 2 separate areas, the South Tower and the North Tower. Like the other 2 times, it was just the main floor where we were with the video game booths, and the time before that, the first time I ever went was in a completely different building.
Yeah, that's when I went to. It was like that.
That's how much it fucking grew. It's unbelievable. It's insane. It's gonna be it's our San Diego. It's our PAX. You know what I mean? Like it's our huge event up north. You know what I mean? It's amazing. I love it. I love Fan Expo.
Someone was asking in chat, how does the switching of the characters in Assassin's Creed Syndicate work? Esco Blades is kind of answering your question in chat. Us ourselves, we haven't played that yet. The demos that we've played to date were Evie Fry and it was set just as Evie. You couldn't switch. And the other demo that we saw, we didn't get to play, was Jacob. And that was in Quebec City a few months back. So yeah, I'm not totally sure, but Esco Blades is saying each character has certain story missions for them. You can switch between both in the open world, however. So yeah, they did plan that. And actually, Hugo from one of the developers spoke to us about that exact planning and strategy in a video that we have up on YouTube and on girlsongames.ca. Do you have any other questions?
I'm looking through now. I'm trying to catch.
It's moving so fast.
Yeah, it is, guys.
I have to time out somebody who made a penis joke.
I know, I saw it there too. It was just
I didn't see it. I missed it.
No, it wasn't even good. It wasn't even.
Oh, it was stupid. It wasn't like a tasteful penis joke.
No.
Tasteful penis joke.
Not even tasteful. Were you guys affected by the large crowds at the Rogers Center? Yes, we saw a lot of Blue Jays fans.
Oh my God, they were everywhere.
Yeah, but there was 3 Blue Jays games while we were there. Thursday, it was ending right when we were getting off the train. No, Wednesday night, as soon as we were getting off the train, there was a game ending. Saturday, there was a game. Sunday, there was a game. But they're used to those crowds there, and they know how to deal with all those people. So the police folks in Toronto are like the nicest and know how to, I guess, corral all the people to make sure everybody gets where they need to go safely. It's very well organized in that sense. Everybody pardon?
I didn't realize how popular baseball was there. It's unbelievable.
Well, they're doing really well.
Holy shit.
They're doing great. And it was crazy because at one point I was waiting to cross near where the convention center, and I was like in a crowd of Fan Expo people, and we were just waiting to cross, and we're seeing like Blue Jays people kind of like going the other way to go towards the Air Canada Center or whatever, and it's just like the cops are just banning like a giant traffic jam, a lot of people. Well, the cops just turns around and compliments some
A cosplayer?
cosplayer. Yeah, there was a family that dressed up and all cosplay together, and he was like, "You're the first family I see today. That was nice." And he had a giant smile. And he was just like, "It's a clusterfuck. I don't care. Nice
Yeah.
cosplay." And I was just like, "Wow, if this was Montreal, somebody would be getting beaten up by now." Like they
It
would
was
just
Yeah. They're not as
beat up
friendly in
for
Montreal.
somebody five five cops on one person, like boom, boom, boom. That's how
when
we deal in
when
Montreal.
you think about it, it was the most interesting dichotomy of people because you had like opposites. You had the sports fans
Oh,
and the and the crazy
like
anime and
The
sci-fi
Fan
and
Expo
everything. Like,
fans.
yeah, like when
wow.
we were waiting in the train on our way home,
Mm.
and like we were there was people waiting for, I guess, like the local train or whatever. And
Yeah,
so
the
there was a
bird
bunch
train.
of Blue Jays fans just standing there all in their jerseys. Then all of a sudden a guy in a full suit of armor,
It was
like
40 degrees.
helmet and all, like just goes
Like a knight.
walking by. It was just
Yeah.
it was really cute and it was really funny.
And I think at
But
one
yeah.
point there was like an anime character also with like the spiky purple hair just standing. Like it was like, anime character, Jace fan, Jace fan, Jace fan, Knight of the Round Table, Jace fan, Jace fan,
Yeah.
Jace fan.
It was
Everybody was
really
just like
cute.
waiting for the GO train.
Yeah.
It was, and there next to our hotel was where people took the ferry to go to Toronto
Yeah.
Island. So there was always a crowd, like from our hotel to the convention center to trying to go downtown to go to a restaurant to trying to get the train. It was just people, people, people,
I want to
people.
know what's on that damn island.
Me too.
Yeah.
Google
A lot
it.
of
They were
people plan to go
they were there
I
for a
haven't done
long
that
time.
yet.
Yeah, they
I
were.
know. 3-hour wait for an
Mm.
island. What is
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. There's got to be something interesting. And I have to say, the people that work at Fan Expo are very, very nice too. They looked, none of them looked cranky at any point. They always answers your questions with very polite. And yeah, with all those people that they have to deal with, and I'm sure it's a nightmare. Yeah, very, very nice organization. Have to give them props there. I don't know if there's any other questions in chat. Reminder again that we have the prints to win. Just write in at GOG Leo and win to be entered, and I will draw a name randomly, and I'll mail them out to you to the winner. So yeah, and of course we do this podcast every Monday night at 8 p.m. Also, something that's really cool that's happening doesn't have to do with Fan Expo, but has to do with girl gamers. Our friends over at Ladies of the Round Table, who you'll find them in chat, and they have their own Twitch channel, and they do a podcast on Friday nights at 9:30 p.m. I believe it's this week. Is that correct, Allie? It's this week?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's this Friday
This Friday,
at 9:30.
they're gonna have Miss Brianna Wu on as a guest, which is absolutely
I'm
amazing.
very excited for
We're
that.
all gonna be
Very
there
excited.
watching, and you should be too, because everybody knows that she's a brilliant mind with some really interesting things to say. The last article she wrote was awesome, very intriguing about transgender and specifically Samus from
Metroid.
Metroid. I know I
Yeah.
had it at the tip of my tongue. Very, very interesting concept. Very interesting lady with some great insight on gaming and women in gaming. So that's going to be awesome. So 9:30 on their channel. Yes, that is Ladies of the Round Table, and we will be checking that out as well and following
Definitely.
along. Yes, I can't wait.
Definitely.
That's going to be exciting. So yeah, I think we're going to call it a night here now. It's 8:53. We usually podcast longer, but I know we're all kind of like spent.
So tired, and I
Oh,
did
yeah.
nothing all day, like a sloth, a giant caffeine sloth.
Giant sloth. My sloth day has been Twitch streaming Mad Max, which I'm probably going to go back and do now. So if you stick around for a bit, I'll be back playing Mad Max and, traversing the wasteland. It's fun. But thank you all for coming to hang out. Do we have an indie spotlight this week?
I'm trying to get something together, but
Okay,
I
we'll
don't
work
know
on
if
that.
we'll. Yeah.
Figure that out. But thank you all for hanging out with us here this evening. If you want to know more about Girls on Games, you can track us down on our website, girlsongames.ca. You can also find us on Twitter, The Girls on Games. You can find us at Instagram, Girls on Games, Facebook, The Girls on Games, YouTube. If you don't get to catch one of the podcasts, we throw it up there. Plus, we got so much video game content from Fan Expo. You need to go check that out at the Girls on Games on YouTube. We also put this podcast on iTunes, so you can subscribe to our podcast there in audio form in case you're like out jogging and you want to hear it, that kind of stuff. We're great companionship for that kind of stuff. And yeah, if you have any questions for us, holler at us. One more last call if you would like to win the wonderful signed prints from Assassin's Creed. We've got Jacob, we've got Evie, we've got the twins together, all signed by the artists of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Thank you to Escoblades for giving these to us to give away. Tag me, GOG Leah, and win in the chat, and I will enter you in. Yes, I know. They're awesome. Aren't they pretty? I can't wait to play this game. Oh my god. Yeah, and I will mail them out to the winner and let you know who that is. So yeah, this is the last call for that. And yeah, we'll see you all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a good one. It's been lots of fun. Thanks, ladies.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.